Hello, this is Edward Ejim Akwara, aka the 1 Minute Diplomat, making this video from the beautiful city of Abuja in Nigeria. It is a privilege for me to try and send out this message to the world and look forward to these few words of mine connecting with people whom God has purposed at this time to hear my humble message. As I said in my earlier videos, I am called the 1 Minute Diplomat in reflection of a book I wrote which recounts my experiences as a young Nigerian diplomat. I go at great length to talk about my experiences with the powers that be and how I have been able to maintain my sanity, as it were, dealing with entrenched forces that, as one knows, is often entrenched to ensure that they neutralize you, especially if you are not someone who is thinking the way the rest of the world or the society wants you to think. Nothing the world enjoys more than somebody who is a conformist. Once you want to strike out on your own and do things which are not according to the prescribed script, all hell breaks loose. So it is an experience, a similar experience I had working with the Nigerian Foreign Service. Quite honestly, after some time, I made up my mind that I would not spend 35 years following a written script on how you have to behave, how you have to dress, and how you have to talk and relate to the world. I felt that I wanted to have the opportunity of going out into the world and really exercising my freedom to look at other aspects of life. So after my stint with the Nigerian Foreign Service, I was living in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, which, as I explained in my earlier video, is like how you say Bukura and Jos in the plateau of Nigeria. So I was living in St. Paul at this time. I had stayed a little bit with my family in Minneapolis, but we moved across the ridge to St. Paul where I was living. So my intention was actually to start a new chapter in my life, and that entailed going to study law at the University of Nebraska at Lincoln. So I sat for the LSAT, which is a mandatory entrance examination into universities of law in the United States. And I was fortunate. The University of Nebraska gave me an admission, and I was preparing to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, which is not too far from Minnesota, out there in the Midwest, for those who know the United States. So anyway, while I was getting ready to travel to Lincoln, I had a dream, very lucid, vivid dream. You know, there's a tendency for one to shrug it off when you have dreams, but sometimes a dream may be so vivid and so lucid that you have to take it seriously. So once I had that dream, I decided to go follow the instructions which the angelic visitor, they call it that, gave me in the dream, that I should go back to Nigeria because that is where my location is. Because if I'm not in my location, I won't get my location. That if I'm in the United States of America, yes, maybe I would have creature comforts. Of course, there is a more industrialized country, and I've lived there. And definitely, I will have had some fun and, well, and be fulfilled. But that was not where God was calling me to. So, in that dream, the angelic visitor said I should go back to Nigeria, where I'll be able to fulfill my destiny in grand style. So I came back to Nigeria. I talk a lot about what happened to me in my book, The 1 Minute Diplomat, and the experiences I had. But that didn't deter me, because I was focused on the vision which I got from God, which is to try as much as possible to assist Nigeria, to give, as it were, back to the society which had given me almost everything that I have. So I discovered that poverty is our biggest problem, and that this poverty is what cascades through other aspects of life and make people to be very mean, people to hate each other, to talk about tribalism and the effects of the other area. So I felt that I should try as much as possible to help in my own little humble way. I'm not claiming to be anything special. It's just that I have this opportunity at this time in life to be able to give a little bit of contribute what I could do to help our country, Nigeria, to be a better place. So I am going to talk very briefly today on what I call taking it to the enemy. What do I mean by taking it to the enemy? My understanding of life is that you can't be living life on the defensive. It is by taking action, attacking, moving forward, making mistakes, falling down, getting up, while continuing, and so on and so forth, that you can actually, at the end of the day, be able to, somehow as it were, crudely or otherwise, stumble into what God has purposed for you, even though you will make mistakes along the way. But never relent. Persevere. You know, an American president once talked about perseverance. He said, talent is overestimated, and that nothing trumps perseverance. You keep at it. You keep going. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep going at it. Never giving up. Never giving up. I used to know an American quarter miler called Steve Prompton. He said something that touched me. He said, I have an advantage. I can endure more pain than anyone else. Aloud. I repeat, I can endure more pain than anyone else. So that is what I want to use in concluding this video today. Thank you.